Prove something. They were more into trying to prove that they can play, that they would try to prove that they can play the song. And sometimes, you know, they have more chops than the song would allow it to play. You know what I mean? It's like, for instance, I went to see Chaka Khan sing, and she was singing Through the Fire, and the drummer's back there taking a solo. And when the song ended, you know, she's on the front of the stage going back and forth talking about, ooh, that drummer. Yeah, that drummer, yeah. You know, meanwhile, his ego was so big, he's sitting there thinking like, oh man, I killed this song out, you know, the greatest, blah, 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 blah. What he wasn't picking up, she was saying, this will be the last night I play with him. And she didn't play with him anymore. I mean, drumming, it should never feel like you're a gladiator or something like that, you know? It should be fun, you know, to play music. First and foremost, it's just playing music. If you can't play music, I don't care what kind of chops you're trying to achieve, and chops is the icing on the cake. The problem with drummers is the fact that they try to learn how to run before they learn how to crawl, meaning that they try to learn all the chops, all the crazy technical mumbo jumbo that normally you probably want to get it, you won't, if you learn it all, you won't get a chance to use it in a musical setting anyway, because there's no music designed for it, you know, to play like, you know, 31/5, you know, who cares? But, you know, this is what some young guys go for, learning how to play 21s, and learning how to play 21s, that's fine, but learn how to groove first, and then work your way up into it. You know, what I see is, like I said, you know, all these guys playing all this technical mumbo jumbo, and then all of a sudden when somebody hired them to play in the studio, to play a song that grooves, they can't do it. Shouldn't it be the other way around? I mean, you should be able to play the music first. When you walk into a studio, if you're a reader, it says, when you get a chart, it says drums or drummer. It don't say Billy Cobham, it don't say Vinnie Colaiuta, it don't say whoever your favorite drummer is. It says drums or drummer. That means it's up to you how you make that track feel. Because if you make that track feel good, swing good, they're gonna hire you again, and then they're gonna call, you know, the rest of their friends and say, man, I got this great drummer you gotta check out. And also, really important is this, you know, you gotta keep your ears open to learn all styles of music. You don't have to master it, but at least listen to all styles of music. So therefore, you know, when your phone rings and somebody said they want you to play some Latin, or they want you to play some jazz, or they want you to play some funk, R&B, at least you know. You know, don't become a one-trick pony. You ever see those horses? You got horses here? I mean, in the streets, you see when they got blinders on, they're like this. And all they see is what's in front of them. They can't see out either side, right? Drumming, some drummers, they walk into this, and if they're a rock drummer, that's all they want to become is a rock drummer. If they're a jazz drummer, all they want to become is a jazz drummer. Man, it's about learning all styles of music, because, you know, when the phone rings, you should be able to answer the call. You know, you shouldn't be answering the call and say, well, I can't play that style of music. I mean, for instance, somebody called me up and they asked me to play funk.
play, fusion or whatever, or metal. I wouldn't be able to do that if I didn't listen to it or understand it. They want me to play jazz? That's why my phone rings.
Yeah. Do I have any advice on working on time? And what was it? The deeper sense of groove. Practice. Practice with a metronome, or practice, now you can practice with a drum machine or a sequencer. Anything that has great time, you practice with that and try to develop things from there. All right? Well, I was told that my time is up. The time went by so quick. Right? So, and I don't want to go over my colleagues' time here. So.